Dark psychology in everyday life. How to recognize and resist it. Dark psychology. It's all around us, hiding in plain sight. From subtle manipulations in a conversation to the cleverly crafted ads that tug at your emotions, dark psychology influences decisions we think we're making on our own. But what if you could spot it before it worked on you? What if you could resist it and take back control of your mind? In this video, we're exploring the shadowy tactics of dark psychology in everyday life, how to recognize them, and more importantly, how to resist them. Let's dive in. To start, let's get one thing clear. Dark psychology isn't magic. It's about leveraging the principles of human behavior, our fears, desires, and cognitive blind spots, to influence and manipulate. And the scary part? These tactics are often invisible until it's too late. So, how does it show up in everyday life? Let's break it down. 1. The power of framing. Imagine this. You're offered two products. One is 90% fat-free, while the other is 10% fat. Which sounds better? Most people choose the first, even though they're identical. This is framing, a tactic used in marketing, media, and even personal relationships to shape how we perceive information. When you notice someone emphasizing certain details while ignoring others, take a step back and ask yourself, what's the full picture? Next up, 2. Emotional appeals. Have you ever felt guilt-tripped into doing something? Maybe a coworker says, after everything I've done for you, can you help me with this project? That's emotional manipulation, plain and simple. People use your feelings, whether guilt, fear, or sympathy, to bypass your logical decision-making. The key to resisting? Pause, take a breath, and evaluate the situation logically. Are there emotions clouding your judgment? Here's a big one. 3. The scarcity principle. Only 2 left in stock. Act now before it's too late. Sound familiar? This tactic taps into our fear of missing out, making us act impulsively. The next time you feel rushed to make a decision, remind yourself, if it's a good opportunity today, it'll still be good tomorrow. Don't let urgency drive your actions. Now let's talk about 4. Social proof. This one's everywhere. On social media, in advertising, even in casual conversations. It's the idea that if everyone else is doing something, it must be the right thing to do. But here's the catch. Just because something is popular doesn't make it right or good for you. Resist by asking, am I doing this because I want to or because others are? Another tactic to watch out for. 5. Gaslighting. This one is sinister. It's when someone manipulates you into doubting your reality, making you feel like you're imagining things or overreacting. They might say things like, that never happened, or you're just being too sensitive. Recognizing gaslighting is the first step. Trust your instincts and don't let someone rewrite your reality. Moving on to 6. The halo effect. We're all guilty of this one. When someone is attractive, charismatic, or successful, we assume they're trustworthy and capable. This is how some of the biggest scams happen. To resist, focus on facts and behavior, not appearances. And let's not forget 7. Fear-based tactics. Fear is one of the strongest emotions, and it's often used to control. Whether it's an ad warning you about dangers only their product can solve, or someone threatening consequences if you don't comply, the goal is to make you act without thinking. The antidote? Don't react immediately. Take time to assess the situation calmly. Here's one you've definitely encountered. 8. The foot in the door technique. It starts small, a minor favor, a harmless request. But once you've said yes, the asks get bigger and bigger. By the time you realize it, you're in too deep. Resist by setting boundaries early and saying no when you need to. Now, for something subtle but powerful. 9. Anchoring. The first piece of information you hear often influences your judgment, even if it's unrelated. For example, if someone mentions a high price before negotiation, you're more likely to settle near that number. Recognize this and actively seek other perspectives or data points. And finally, 10. Reward and punishment. People use this tactic to condition your behavior, rewarding compliance and punishing resistance. It's effective because it taps into our desire for approval and fear of rejection. The best way to counter this? Be clear on your values and goals. Don't let external rewards dictate your actions. Narrator: so, How can you protect yourself from these dark tactics? It starts with awareness. When you recognize these strategies, you strip them of their power. Stay curious, question motives, and trust your instincts. Dark psychology thrives on manipulation, but knowledge is your best defense. Stay sharp and take control of your mind. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating world of psychology. Stay informed, stay empowered,